Hello my lovely viewers, today we are cooking Chakhohbili, a chicken in a tomato sauce with wine. This is a very simple and very tasty dish cooked in every Georgian family very often, and therefore every family might have different variation of it, and today I'm going to show you my favorite recipe, which is very easy to cook and it is very tasty. I'm cooking for 2 people, and here I have 800 grams of chicken and I have already cut it into pieces. We'll also need around 4 fresh tomatoes, 1 very large onion or 2 small onions, around 30 grams of coriander and 20 grams of basil, and here I have very young fresh basil, but you can also use the dried one, 2 cloves of garlic, fresh chili pepper, 1/3 glass of wine, and I have red wine, but you can also use white wine too, and some salt. So at the beginning I chop my onions very finely, and you can fry them in a casserole or in a deep pan like I do in vegetable oil on medium heat, continuously stirring it until they are lightly caramelized. Then I put the chicken. Fire I still have on medium. I salt the chicken, close the lid, and I leave it for frying for 5 minutes on each side. They should fry slightly only on the surface. Meantime, we can chop our tomatoes and herbs. And so I cut the tomatoes into cubes, and this is a great size for them to slightly caramelize, but at the same time give out a lot of juices. In case you don't have fresh tomatoes, you can also use the canned chopped tomatoes. It's going to work. Let's also chop some coriander and basil that we have. Let's chop 2 cloves of garlic very finely. And also chili pepper. I'm using half a chili pepper, and this is very individual. You can put as much chili pepper as you wish, and if you don't have the fresh one, you can use hot dried chili pepper powder too. Meantime, our chicken has been fried on both sides, and here in goes some tomatoes. After you put the tomatoes, you have to keep the lid open and let the tomatoes simmer for around 15 minutes on medium fire. After 15 minutes of simmering, salt the tomatoes, put there 1/3 cup of wine, let the alcohol evaporate for several minutes more, and then I add chopped garlic, herbs and hot chili pepper. Put the fire into medium-low, close the lid and let it simmer until the chicken is cooked. This will take on average half an hour, maybe a little more. You can check if the chicken is cooked simply by the fork. If the meat is tender, this means that the dish is ready. At this time you want to also taste it on the salt. I personally did not add any salt because I have been salting the chicken and the tomatoes during cooking, and for me it was absolutely enough. This is an extremely tasty dish where you can sense the tomatoes, the basil, the chili pepper, the garlic. Everything is well combined, and wine also plays huge role. We eat it with everything that absorbs liquid. It can be bread, it can be rice, it can be buckwheat, and it can be polenta, and I'm going to be eating with polenta. And I was very happy to cook for you. Bye bye.